Tyreek Hill has just been such a godsend to this Miami Dolphins offense that honestly is still probably pretty good without him, but there's no doubt about it that with him, it is just at such a high level. It is, it's been unbelievable, and he's been my pick, I would say, halfway through the season for Offensive Player of the Year. I think that he's been that good. I think that he has been the most valuable non-quarterback, maybe just in football altogether, regardless of position. I think that you can make that argument. Well, let's make that argument. Let's talk about why I'm in so high on what Hill has done this season. Starting off with this play, it's going to be a one-on-one matchup, and it's crazy how it's like, if this guy has one-on-one matchups, he just wins. He just gets open when he is one-on-one. I don't know if I've ever seen someone get open that consistently against one-on-ones, and by so much too. Watch what's going to happen. So Tua's going to take the snap right here. You see Hill kind of fake as though he's going to the inside a little bit. The cornerback has his hips turned towards the middle of the field, which is fine. You can do that. The one thing you have to make sure you do though, is if you are doing this, don't let Tyreek Hill get to the outside. Typically when a corner does something like this, they'll do it in a way where they're a little bit closer towards the sideline. But since Hill kind of drifted over the middle a little bit, they're further away from the sideline because Hill knows what route he's running. Hill knows where he's going to go. So he's kind of just getting that corner as far away from there as possible. And one of the things that makes Tyreek Hill, I honestly think Tyreek Hill's best attribute really is his route running. I mean, he's as shifty as anyone in the NFL. He might be the shiftiest player in the NFL. And when you throw on his incredible speed, that's why he's just so difficult to cover. Watch as he is able to cut to the outside. He is able to get open, makes the grab, and, again, decent chunk play right there. Good stuff from Tua. Tua was able to time that one up perfectly, all that good stuff. But also just great stuff from Tyreek Hill. This is just what he's doing so consistently for Miami. Even stuff like this, which is like, this isn't stuff you game plan for. This isn't something that it kind of is, I guess. The way it works is, let me just explain the play. It's a zone coverage play, and you're scheming up a play to hopefully get Tyreek Hill open. You have 3 receivers who are going to kind of run in between 2 Cleveland Browns players' zones over the middle right there. So Tyreek Hill's route, which is in the middle of that, hopefully can get open, get you some yards. You don't need great receivers to do this play, though. Watch, right when it begins, what you're going to see is that Tyreek Hill is going to get open right here. But again, if this was instead of Tyreek Hill, I don't know, just some okay wide receiver, does this play still work? Yeah, to this point, this play probably still works. And also, Tua, the ball's already halfway towards Tyreek Hill. I mean, Tua gets rid of the ball so quickly. He's so good at that. It's unbelievable. But, this play probably works up to this point with a replacement level receiver. But what doesn't work is a replacement level wide receiver is a lot easier to tackle than Tyreek Hill, because maybe everybody is easier to tackle than Tyreek Hill. The guy is just impossible to tackle in open space. Watch, Hill makes the grab, and look at just what he's able to do in open space, picks up just as many yards as possible, and this is kind of some of the stuff that happens. I still remember in his last game in a Chiefs uniform, he had that big play where it was kind of a, almost similar to one of these types of plays where he just gets a catch, kind of an inconsequential play, but then just takes off and ran for a touchdown. Like, this is just what he does, is he finds ways to get, just get more yards than you would expect. One thing we're starting to see more of, and I want to see more of this because I think that Hill is really good at this stuff, is just red zone situations. I mean, again, the guy's so shifty, he's so fast. Use him on these goal line situations. Run the play through your best player. That's what you should probably do in these spots, and that's what we're seeing the Dolphins kind of start to do more of. So Hill is in the slot right here, which again, the fact that he lines up everywhere is also just another reason what makes him great, but he's in the slot right here, running a quick route over the middle. Watch as when Hill gets the inside leverage and starts to, get to this position, there is a window to make this throw. And again, that's just kind of the thing with Hill, is he puts himself in position to where if a quarterback just hits their spots, they're pretty much going to get Tyreek Hill a completion almost every time. I know that's exaggerating a little bit, but especially when he's covered one-on-one, if a quarterback hits their spot, there's typically always a spot to hit at the very least. Look, to his throw, he was throwing off balance. It was actually even a bit behind, but it was still caught by Tyreek Hill. Again, just almost an uncoverable play, right? I mean, that's just kind of those things. In these end zone situations, I just don't know how you cover that. We also saw one against the Bears where it's going to be a similar but different situation. So this is not man, and Tyreek Hill is on the outside. So I guess really the only similarity is it's, again, an inside the 5 passing situation where, a corner can come in and make a play on Hill if he wants to. Watch how when this play begins, you're going to see that at this point, he's trying to make sure he looks at Tua, but also is in position to make a play on Tyreek Hill if he wants to. He has not completely just gone over to, cover the outside yet, because what if Tyreek Hill cuts over the middle? You don't know what he could do. He could run deeper towards the back of the end zone. So for right now, he's kind of just trying to take up as much space as possible. But when Hill cuts, I mean, for one thing, he, kind of guessed wrong there, that corner did, but also, even if he guessed right, he was not getting to Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill got to the edge of that end zone so quickly, he was getting the touchdown right there. So again, when you have a guy like Tyreek Hill, your offense just looks better, right? Your quarterback looks better. Your offensive line looks better because you're getting rid of the football quickly. And of course, your receiving core looks better because now Jalen Waddle has less double teams and it makes it easier for him on top of it. So there's just so much that Tyreek Hill does for this football team. Maybe no better example of just how uncoverable he can be than something like this, where it's going to be a man coverage play. I've highlighted where he is on the field. You're going to have, you have 3 receivers lined up right next to each other, 2 of which, the 2 that aren't Tyreek Hill, are going to be running over the middle. Hill's then going to run to the outside the numbers. It's kind of a way to get some traffic through, hopefully give him a step. He doesn't need a step, but, at least make sure that he doesn't have to, there's no contact at the line or anything like that. Not that he can't fight through that, but just that, it's easier to avoid it if you can. And watch Hill, he's patient, and then once he cuts, watch him just blow by just everybody. No corner is covering him on that play. That's just speed right there. And again, when you have these kind of physical traits, there's not a lot else you can do to stop it. At the end of the day, athleticism is still a very important part of football, and you're seeing how Tyreek Hill, he just has every single, again, I feel like this isn't a hot take necessarily. I think we all agree that Tyreek Hill is great, and Tyreek Hill checks off every box at the wide receiver position, but it's still just like, it's not just that he checks off every box, right? It's not just that he has speed, it's that he has this otherworldly speed that we never see. It's not just that he's a great route runner, it's that he's maybe the best route runner in football, or at least I wouldn't put him at number 1, but you could make the argument, and he's certainly, top 5, top 10, absolutely. It's not just that he adjusts to the ball very well, it's that he's one of the best at adjusting to the ball very well. It's just every single box this guy checks, and he's just been such a huge force for this Miami Dolphins offense. He is someone who, I really do believe, as of this point, I am giving him, if I had a vote, which I do not, he is my offensive player of the year. Because, that's typically how it works, right? Quarterback tends to win, the MVP, but then a non-quarterback tends to win offensive player of the year, and usually not an offensive lineman, usually a running back or a wide receiver. For me, it's no question. I think Tyreek Hill, the guy could end up with 2,000 yards by the time this year is done. I think the Dolphins feeling pretty good about how that trade went. I think that they feel pretty good about that. I would, at the very least. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Do you agree Tyreek Hill should be the offensive player of the year? Always love hearing from you. And of course, as always, thanks for watching.